All right, so now I'm gonna be shooting about 25 yards. So for a battle rifle, this is a pretty close distance. This is mainly to see how the rifle handles those follow-on shots and that recoil when you're doing some pretty rapid fire. So we'll try and dump 2 mags almost as quick as I can, you know, engage and get another sight picture, and we'll see how the grouping looks. Again, 25 yards.
That's the fastest $20 I've ever spent.
So pretty much jumping, there was 20 rounds, pretty decent grouping. Again, I was shooting as fast as I pretty much could. So battle rifle, close range, of course, that rifle is gonna be fine. So in this clip, I'm gonna try and shoot as fast as possible, mainly to see how well it cycles or how well it doesn't cycle. It's not really meant for shooting rapid fire. So I'm going to try and shoot as quick as possible. Normal rifles will slip up sometimes, so we'll see how it works. Obviously, you're not going to be shooting that fast in any sort of engagement unless you're just trying to waste ammo.
Uh-oh.
Shooting at a moderate pace, as you can see, it wasn't having those malfunctions as it was having before. So if you're shooting at, you know, pretty much what you're going to be shooting it at, you know, those controlled pairs or those accurate follow-on shots, you're not going to be doing what I was doing before and just unloading a magazine. You know, that's not realistic, especially for a battle rifle. So that was pretty much just to test its capabilities, mainly with cycling those rounds really quickly. It's not meant for that, so I don't expect it to be running it too well, especially with this cheap ammo. But I think it did okay. It did pretty much as expected. All right, so now we're basically going to be checking the reloadability of this rifle. So we'll see how naturally it is to reload. Obviously, it's a pretty big rifle, so it's going to be a little bit clumsy moving it around. But yeah, we'll see how it is. I don't have any pouches for these magazines, so I'll just be using my pocket, so just consider that. Okay guys, so in this clip, I'm going to try and shoot as accurately as possible from the standing position. The target, I just have a cardboard box, one of the ammo boxes. It's at 100 yards, so we'll see. I'll try and be as accurate as possible. I'll take as much time as I need to, and we'll see how I do on getting fatigued as well. All right, let's go check it out. So this is our target from the standing. As far as the range, it's actually more like 60 meters, maybe 55, so pretty decent for standing. The weight did feel a little bit rough towards the end just because after all that recoil, my muscles started getting a little bit fatigued. So yeah, nothing too shabby. Obviously, you still got that headshot sized grouping. So under 100 yards, it manages pretty well, pretty much. All right, now we're gonna be shooting another empty box. Again, we are at about 60 yards. So we'll see how it is from the knee. So it handled very well. I wasn't getting fatigued at all, and the following shots were nice and crisp. I was pretty much still able to see the target as the gun was recoiling. So on the knee, it definitely handles pretty well. We'll go and look at the grouping now. All right, so in the knee, as you can see, it's very easy to get a palm-sized grouping. I didn't have any problems controlling the recoil. I had no problems getting that sight back on the target. So following shots were extremely easy. Weight wasn't really an issue at all. I wasn't really getting fatigued. It didn't feel front heavy or unbalanced. It felt extremely balanced, extremely easy to manage that entire weapon system. So no problems at all shooting from the knee. All right, so to wrap up the video, can the rifle be used as a battle rifle? For sure. Obviously, normal traditional battle rifles, rifles that are made to be battle rifles, they're gonna have the shorter barrel length just because it's easier to control those weapons whenever you're taking those shots from the standing. The standing wasn't that bad, especially with the weight. Obviously, it's going to help manage the recoil. With the barrel length, it's going to help manage the recoil a little bit. So there wasn't a whole lot of any of that kicking you would get out of shorter barreled firearm. However, the weight was a little bit of an issue from the standing. If you're going to be moving it around, like for multiple targets, it's going to be a little bit slower. Your muscles are going to get fatigued easier, and just over time, if you're holding it up, it's going to get a little rough. But as far as follow-on shots, wasn't bad in the standing. In the kneeling, it was very good. So in the kneeling, it's perfect. Prone, obviously, you'll be fine. The prone. Really, what we're talking about with battle rifles is how well is it, for a contender for mid to close range engagements, just with a bigger round. Now, I'm not talking about a designated marksman rifle or anything like that. Obviously, it's a 6.5. It's performance center rifle. It's going to be fine in those regards. Now, as far as a battle rifle, it needs to be easy to move around. It needs to be easy to function. So with the ambidextrous controls on this rifle, there's no issues at all. It needs to be reliable. So with this, the rifle is fine when you're taking those normal shots, but if you're going to be doing anything crazy and you rapid fire, which you shouldn't be, the reliability is going to be an issue. Overall, yeah, you can definitely run it as a battle rifle. Vortex Viper isn't the best optic. You don't want a 6x optic on a battle rifle if you're going to be shooting it as close as I was. It's not ideal. If you want to get an RMR on top of the optic, that's fine, but yeah, I would definitely recommend a different optic for that. So reliability, it's pretty good unless you're doing anything crazy. The maneuverability is okay. The weight is a little bit of an issue. The accuracy is perfect. The function, as far as the recoil management, it's great. Getting into those different positions isn't an issue at all. And the controls are awesome on this rifle, so there's no issue there either. So yeah, if you guys want to see me do any crazy drills with this rifle, I'll try and facilitate. It's just the ammo is a little bit of an issue. It's kind of expensive shooting 6.5. If you like the video, feel free to like and subscribe, and just comment, let me know what you guys want to see. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later.